television. Looks better than books. My next guest comes to us all the way from Ireland. Please welcome the very funny Jimeoin.
Hello. I hope you listen to me tonight. Because you know when sometimes somebody's telling you a story, halfway through their story, it suddenly reminds you of a story. So the whole way through their story, you're not listening to a word they're saying. You're just thinking, hurry up and finish that stupid story. Mine's next. It's very important, you know, when you're listening to someone's story that you look like you're listening to their story. And you don't have to actually listen to their story. You just have to look like you're listening. And it's very simple. Eyebrows up for listening, eyebrows down for talking. That's all it is. Yeah, very much so, yeah. I know. Try this. Next time someone's talking to you, do eyebrows up, do you see what happens? Because they're talking to you and you're going. And they're thinking, he's not listening. And very important to leave a gap at the end of their story, like you're reflecting on how wonderful their story was. Not too long a gap, because then someone else comes in with their story, and you go, hang on, you've had two stories. It's my go. And then they take the subject story of the matter away from you, and all of a sudden you're thinking, my story's no longer relevant. You have to think of a whole new story. Do you ever tell a story and then halfway through the story you start thinking, where's this going? What's the point of this story? What's the moral? That's when people start listening. Because they're spiteful, they can see you're in trouble. Your partner's the worst person you can have with you when you're telling a story, because they know all your stories. They're sick to death of your story. Sometimes they take the story off you, stuff it up, and then hand it back to you again. You're going really well, you're just about to nail the punchline, and then all of a sudden you hear, no, that's not what happened. And it's always some detail like, you didn't have that coat on, you had the blue coat on. You know, the blue coat with the zip. There's something wrong with the zip. I don't know, it seems to jam halfway up. But you said to me there's something wrong with that zip, that's how I know. But go on. That's as surprised as you can get, by the way. Can't get any more surprised than that. Sometimes you hear something surprising and you go for that. And then you hear something more surprising and there's nowhere to go. Someone says to you, I found $50 today. And you go, really? You go, and there's life on Mars. Where'd you find the $50? A friend of mine lost his eyebrows bungee jumping. Well, he was bungee jumping, and the shock, two days later, all his hair fell out. And his eyebrows were the worst thing, because he couldn't look surprised. People were going, David's gone bald overnight, and they're going, I know, but he's taking it well. And the guy that told me that story, he used to work at bungee jumps. And, you know, people used to come and ask for the scariest bungee jump that there was. So what he used to get them to do, instead of falling forward into the bungee jump, he'd get them to fall backwards into the bungee jump. And as soon as they'd committed themselves to the fall, he'd come running up with another end of a rope going, not yet! Thank you very much, and good night. Thank you.
That was good. Thank you. Thank you very much. We'll take a break. We'll be right back. Stick around. Jimeoin, nice job. Thank you. Very funny stuff. Our thanks to Mr. Harlan Williams for being here. His brain is bent. I don't know what's wrong. Big thanks to Jason Lee for stopping by. And, of course, Max Weinberg, 7.